That's a lot of tomatoes.
Hey friends, welcome back. We are going to make some pasta sauce today, or marinara, spaghetti, pizza sauce, whatever you want to call it. I make it all the same way: onion, garlic, tomato, and herbs and salt. So this has been going since last night. Hold on, let me do some math. Like 17 hours this has been going. Cooking down the tomatoes and reducing the liquid, and then adding more tomatoes, and continuous process. And I'm just mixing and stirring it up. So got a little bit more here in the sink that's thawing out and draining its excess liquid, and I'm adding in when I can. But at this point, I'm ready for this to be ready. So I'm going to cook the last little bit in the sink here in a pot on the stove, and then combine it all and blend it up. So let's do that. I got it on the stove on high for now. Try to dump these in without making a mess. Let me take you back now and show you how many tomatoes we actually had to start with last night. It's insane. All from the garden too, so super happy and proud of that.
That's a lot of tomatoes.
So since there's so many cherry tomatoes in here, basically just whatever I grew and didn't eat fast enough got thrown in the freezer. And I shared a ton with friends too, and the neighbors and all that. So I obviously can't peel every single one of these. Well, I mean I could, but I'm not going to. So we're going to worry about the skins and seeds later. And right now we're just going to try to get this cooked down. So I'll fill this up to the top. And then when everything warms up, I can mash it down and it'll make more room, and I can add more. So I'm going to keep adding until I can't add any more. This much might be 2 batches, which is the most I've ever had or made from my own tomatoes. So that's awesome. I'm excited about that. So right now it's just tomatoes. No herbs or garlic or onion or anything. Just tomatoes to start with, because we don't want those other things to burn. I have it set to 200. Actually, I'm going to turn it up for now, and then it's going to roast overnight. And I'll turn it down when it roasts overnight. Okay, we're going to use the immersion blender to start blending this up a bit. I'm going to move this because I don't want the cord to fall into the sauce here. You can do this on the stovetop or in your oven as well. So if you have garden tomatoes, or you want to buy some from the store and make your own, you don't have to make this much. You can do a couple jars worth. Instapot, slow cooker, crock pot. I think you can probably do it in anything. Isn't that awesome? Nice and thick. Oh, I'm happy so far. I tasted it too, and it just tastes like straight up tomato sauce, which is great. It's not burnt or anything, which is, something to worry about if you're going to cook it for so long. So we're off to a great start. I've done this before, and I put all the herbs, garlic, and onion in the beginning, and then it had this gross burnt taste to it, and I was worried that either it was the container, like leaching flavor in, or I burnt something, or did I burn the garlic, did I burn the herbs, whatever. And so then I had to add some cream and butter to it to take the edge off. And so this does not need that. I'm super glad I didn't add that stuff in the beginning like I did before. I learned from my mistakes. Let's go check the stove now. Yep, there we go. Okay. We'll blend it up in a few minutes with the immersion blender. Okay, so I think this has been blended up well enough to do this next part. It's going to be tedious and take a while, but we're going to get the skins and seeds out with the fine mesh strainer. You'll see. Yeah, let me just do it instead of tell you. Let me just show you. We're just going to keep doing this until we're left with just skins and seeds. What would be really great is if I had like a food mill or something like that. You can just pour the sauce and run it through, and it does this part for you. I don't have one of those, so I could stop here. So what we're going to do with all the skins and seeds is make tomato paste, dried and liquid version of tomato paste. So that's going to be pretty cool. So none of the tomatoes are going to go to waste. The pot of tomatoes is already ready to be blended, and then I think it's going to be close to that consistency already. So I'm going to blend it up and just dump it in here and combine it all. This is officially all the tomatoes. I almost overfilled it. It's right at the brim all the way around. Okay, I come up with a new tactic that is much faster. A little messier though. Much faster than doing this. And then I'm sticking it over here in the sink. Can you see? Yep. The strainer is sitting on top of the stock pot and just kind of letting the juices drain. It still needs to reduce a bit. There is still like water. I can kind of see when it sits and separates. We'll put it back in here to reduce. And this is, now that we've got our tomato paste components out, now is the good time to add in onion and garlic. So we're going to do that. So I think what I'm going to do next time is either do it in smaller batches throughout the year. Like when I have like, I don't know, 4 freezer bags worth, I'll make a full like stock pot worth of sauce. And I'll probably make around 6 jars, which is what I can fit. I think 5 or 6 jars is what I can fit in my pressure canner. So yeah, smaller batches next time. Because getting all that seed and skin out was pretty time consuming. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but you know, smaller batches makes it easier. That's okay. See how much less we have in here? It was filled to the brim and now it's just there. And see the wall? Oh my goodness, that's gonna be fun to clean up. Oh well. I got garlic out of the freezer. That's 2. We made little discs and froze them in a previous video. So these are pretty potent, so I don't know. I do like garlic, so we'll just do 3 and to start with. I got some pre-chopped onion that I froze, taking the easy way out right now, instead of using fresh onion. These are from the garden as well. The garlic's from the tomatoes, onion, and garlic are all from the garden, so pretty proud of that. That should be enough onion. I'm going to put in thyme. Rosemary. Marjoram. It's filled to the top, so I can't get it out. Sage from the garden. That smells good. Savory from the garden. I have fresh rosemary up on the windowsill, but everything else, see this? That's thyme from the garden, and then I just topped off the jar from the store. So everything in here is from the garden, except the rosemary, garden basil, and oregano. Some of this is from the garden, mixed in. Just use this to mix it up. And then we'll give it a good blend whenever the onions and garlic have thawed out. We'll let the spices and seasonings all marry and give it a taste test and then adjust from there. We have not added salt, so I'm going to do that as well. Can you see on the edges where there's a little bit of liquid pooling up? That's the part I'm trying to reduce. Because if you let this sit, that'll separate. And you know, sauce that you buy from the store doesn't have that, so that it needs to reduce a little bit more to get rid of that. This is our Redmond's real salt. We'll start with that. All right, I'm working on the mess that I made, but let's get this blended. Oh man. There's the wall and the door. Oh. All right, let's taste it, see where we're at. Just lick my arm since I got some on it. That's good. I think more salt. Definitely plenty of onion. I just added a few sprinkles of salt. There was some onion texture still, so I'm going to blend it some more. And now here's the wall. Made another big splash. This sauce is nice and sweet because of all the cherry tomatoes that were made with it, so it's really good. All right, down to the last little bit here. I tried to clean up the mess on the wall, and it's stuck on there real good. So I'm going to wait till the counter's cleared off and like the food's covered and all that, and then spray it down and give it a good scrub then. We made 22.5 jars. This will just go in the fridge. I'll make a small portion of pasta or something. And we're gonna can 22 jars. Pressure canner is warming up. And, oh, never mind, hold up. We did not clean the rims, just kidding. Okay, we got the 10 closest to me wiped off, and we're gonna stick in to the pressure canner while it's still warming. We should be able to fit 10 in here is what it says. Okay, water's getting hot. I can see it steaming. And the jars are still hot. All right, we got 8 jars in here while it's still warming up. So we'll have to do 3 rounds in this, which is going to take a long time, so I might water bath can some of them and add lemon juice. I don't know yet. An acid must be added to tomatoes, even if you're water bath, like boiling water method or pressure canning method. You're supposed to use lemon juice or citric acid either way. But I see that now, but what I was referring to earlier, when I didn't put lemon juice in the jars, was this recipe here. There's no lemon juice here. In the steps, it doesn't say anything about adding lemon juice or citric acid to the jars, then fill them, you know, right here. Like, it doesn't say that, does it? We made raspberry jam today too, so those are out. And we're just using the same water and putting these jars in. Alright, we've got 5 in here. I could almost make 6 fit, but not quite, so we'll just do 5. And whenever it's boiling, we'll set the timer for 30 minutes. Or 35 minutes, actually. Okay, it's still going. It's still doing the same thing, so we're going to go ahead and cancel it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I started the pressure canner over completely, and we're back at the same spot. And it's doing the same thing, but it's only been a few minutes, so fingers crossed. But we have taken these ones out for the 35-minute water bath, and we're starting the next batch. And I have super hard water, even though we have a thingy with the salt, you know, water softener. Everything's cloudy. Isn't that crazy? This better work in the future. I'm going to be really upset because I've only gotten 1 use out of it. Okay, so I filled this to the fill line with water. You can see the mess going on here. And then when it was just for like 45 minutes and never actually doing anything, it must have evaporated and steamed all the liquid out. So I never opened it. I just restarted it. And then I got an E3 error code. And that means no water. So it had water and then it didn't. And I'm guessing that's what caused 2 of the jars to come open. So I'm wondering, well, the jars didn't explode, so that's good. I wonder if the sauce is any good on the inside or if it's like burnt. I don't know. If it's still good, then I'll stick it in the refrigerator. We'll have some spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, the rest of these jars are fine. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, this is going to be really fun to clean up tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I will see you later, and have a wonderful day. I'll put up some videos for you to watch between now and my next upload, and that's hard water deposits there, but we got these water bath can. Oh, I still have to water bath can 4 more. Gosh. So I'll see you later. Feel free to like and subscribe. Bye.